Hello.
Ahoy!
Welcome to episode 8 of season 2 of Bottom of the Stream.
Oh, that's getting a bit of a mouthful.
I know, yeah. I remembered though. Usually I forget. I'm usually like, episode 7.
Yeah.
How are you this week?
I'm good, Adam. How are you?
I'm good, Nicholas. We need to use our names more. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. Well, I just think it probably helps in case we have any new listeners.
We have got a few new listeners.
Good.
Hello, new people.
Have we got anyone in Vermont yet?
Welcome aboard. No, still nobody in Vermont. If anybody out there is listening who knows anybody in Vermont, please ask them to listen to the podcast. It's the last state that we need on our state map of America.
Get the full set.
Yeah, to get the full set, we just need a Vermontonian.
One day it will
There.
happen.
We'll get him. I checked again today and there's still nobody
I'm
there.
going to throw a big party.
How are you?
Yeah, very good.
Yeah?
Very good, yeah.
Good. Glad to hear it.
Have you recovered from Buster's malheart last week?
Just about. Today was probably the first day I've not thought about it, which is a good sign. I'm getting over it.
Have you changed your opinion at all in the last week?
No, it's just a rubbish, boring film.
It was really bad, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was really bad.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. It's Bottom of the Stream. It's probably going to stay there for a little while. Hopefully it's going to stay there for a long time.
Do not watch it.
Do not watch Buster's Malheart. It's terrible. Right, I will run through the social medias, shall I?
Go for it.
Follow us on Twitter. We're really close to 600 followers on Twitter. So if you can get us up there, that'd be great. We'd really appreciate that. It is at BOTS_podcast. Instagram is the same, at BOTS_podcast. Facebook.com/bottom of the stream. And the website is www.bottomofthestream.com, where you will catch every episode we've ever done. And you will also find the stream table for season 1 and the current stream table for season 2.
Yeah, it's starting to build up.
It is, yeah. So be 8 in by the end of this one?
Yeah.
This is where it starts to get difficult now, when we get into nearly double figures.
Proper decisions and arguments about where to slot them in.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to put in a promo for another podcast just here.
Are you looking for some great indie podcasts to listen to? Check out the Pod Nation list on podchaser.com, where you can find a list of great indie podcasts, get links to their official websites, and even listen to some of their episodes without needing to create an account or log in. Here's an example of one of the great indie podcasts you can find on Pod Nation.
Hello, podcast listener. You're clearly a person of refined taste and style, as your choice of podcast clearly reflects. Therefore, I think you'll agree that the finest film ever made is 1991's epic Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. There is much debate here at the Department of Cinema as to whether or not this is the case. Some of the finest minds in the land are mulling over this issue as we speak. An invaluable resource to us is the Better Than Robin Hood podcast. It can be found on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, Podbean, Castbox, Overcast, SoundCloud, and pretty much wherever podcasts are available. The two hosts, Pete and Fran, are fully committed to finding out if there is a film out there that is better than Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. They also discuss such other important topics as: is Donald Trump scared of giants? Is Morgan Freeman a golf Buddha? Does Sean Bean like cake? And did Michelangelo carve David to impress chicks? So, if you're as refined and classy as I suspect you are, you'll download the Better Than Robin Hood podcast today. Don't delay!
So once again, for some great indie podcasts, check out the Pod Nation list on podchaser.com.
So, go and check them out, whoever they were. I've not decided who's going in yet.
It's a lottery.
So go and check them out. Now what do you want to do?
Have you got any
Top of the stream
anything
stuff.
You've been watching this week?
I watched Eli.
Ah, okay. So this completes your set of...
Yeah, that's all 5 films
October.
From October's horror films now that I've done. Eli was all right.
Okay.
It wasn't what I was expecting. I wasn't expecting a scary ghost story.
You were looking forward to this one?
I was really looking forward to it.
Most out of the 5,
It was an intriguing premise.
So just remind us what it was.
It's about a kid who lives his life in a bubble because he's got this disease where he's allergic to pretty much everything.
An actual bubble or a metaphorical bubble?
A metaphorical... Well, it's a see-through tent.
Okay.
So I guess it is an actual bubble.
Right.
He's got this disease where he can't go outside, he can't touch oxygen or anything like that, unless it's purified.
Right.
So his parents take him to this sanctuary where this woman's developing a cure, and it's all about her relationship with him and how they build it up, but it turns into this really creepy ghost story.
Okay.
It's weird, but it's good.
So, where would you have... So, what was the best film out of those 5?
Fractured. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, Fractured was the best.
That is the one that... Yeah, just from the premise.
Definitely. It was.
Worth
It was
watching.
leaps and bounds above the others.
Okay.
I can't even remember what the first one's called. It's been racking my brains. It's a time travel-y one.
I remember you saying...
And it's completely gone out of my head what it's called.
That it was quite unremarkable.
Yeah, it wasn't great. In the Tall Grass was probably In the Tall Grass and Eli is probably a mix between the two.
Okay.
Depends what you're into. Have you been watching anything good this week?
I've had a very busy week. I've not really had much chance to, really.
No.
We've watched sort of just on and off when we've had a bit of time here and there. There's a couple of sitcoms we're sort of dipping in and out of, one of which we have talked about off air, so we will mention it on air, and that's Schitt's Creek.
Schitt's Creek is brilliant. I've started watching Schitt's Creek in the last couple of weeks.
So I think you're ahead of us.
I'm midway through season 3.
Okay.
So I was saying the other day to somebody else that we know that I like to have a sitcom on the go.
Yeah.
Just for like when you've got a spare half an hour, and then you've got your other TV series when you've got a bit more time to sit and watch them.
Yeah.
But I tend to now sit and watch sitcoms for 2 or 3 hours at a time, and then I run out of half an hour shows. So I've blitzed through Schitt's Creek in the last few weeks, and it is brilliant. Dan Levy is a comedy genius.
Yeah, they're good. They're good.
He's amazing,
Levies, aren't they?
They are good. There's a Levy in this film that we're about to talk about, but she's not related.
Is she not?
No, I checked.
So I kept getting really confused with her because it's Jane Levy.
Yeah.
And I just had in my head the English lady from Frasier because I thought that was her name.
She leaves, isn't she?
Yeah.
Leave. She's a lot older.
Yeah.
A lot older.
Yeah.
Yeah, Schitt's Creek, though, if you've not seen it, it is really funny. It's definitely worth a go. Eugene and Dan Levy created it themselves.
Yeah, they're very good.
And they're both in it. It's really good. It's really good fun. Everybody in it's really clever, really funny.
Good.
And yeah, that's pretty much it for top of the stream stuff.
So, it's been a pretty quiet news week, so I don't think there's much to report.
No, I haven't really got any Netflix news.
Like I say, I've had a quite busy week. I've not really watched too much, but I do have a contribution to our introduction / beginning.
Have you got a game?
I have got a game
Yes.
this week.
I love your games.
So, it's a bit of a twist on one we've played before.
Okay.
So, we did... I can't even remember which episode it was in because I'd have to go back and check.
I haven't got a clue.
I haven't got time to do that. But where we had... Guess, is this horror film true or false?
Oh, yeah.
So, we're doing that again.
Cool.
But with zombie films.
Oh, excellent.
And I like to call this game Zom-A or Zombie.
Nice.
Okay, so
what's the premise? What am I doing?
So I will give you 5 films.
Yep.
And you tell me which one is a real film.
Okay.
And which ones are not, that have been made up by myself.
Okay, cool.
So let me just get my list, which I wrote earlier.
Come in prepared. I like it when you come prepared.
It's a rarity. It does happen occasionally. Okay, so yeah, we'll go 5 usual rules, 5 films.
Yep. Best of 5.
You need to get best of 5, and you win.
Okay, cool.
So let's start with Goal of the Dead.
Goal of the Dead?
Yeah.
Sounds like it'd be about zombie footballers. No, I don't think that's real.
It is real.
Is it really? It's a terrible name.
It is a French film from 2014.
Oh, right.
A football match turns into a bloody battle for survival when a virus turns players and spectators into zombies.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
It does, doesn't it?
Hmm.
Maybe check that one out.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm sure it's not on Netflix.
There's no way I'm going to be able to find it.
Right. Okay, it's not a great start, but...
no. I
the only way
never
is up.
start well. I always start slow and come back.
The next one is Big Tits Zombie.
That could go either way, because that is right in your sense of humour. You could have definitely made that up. But also, no, I think you've made that up.
No, it's a real film.
Am I going to fall into this trap again where they're all real?
It's a Japanese film.
It's called Big Tit Zombie.
Yeah. A desperate stripper raises an army
Amazing.
of the dead, so her co-workers have to save the world.
That doesn't even make sense.
2010 in Japan. Yeah, there might be some translation issues in the description
Big
there.
Tit Zombie. That's a great film name. Oh, I've got some work to do now. I've got to get all 3 of them.
Okay, next one. Amazon Peril.
I feel like you would have made up something more punny than that, so I'm going to go that's real.
No, I made it up.
Oh, I'm having a bad day. No way.
That
You made that up?
Yeah, that was going to be my film about a group of backpackers who get lost in the Amazon.
Face some peril.
Yeah. And like there's a zombie tribe that they have to escape from.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd
We'll
call
make
it
that.
Amazon Peril, though.
Well, I was trying to...
Amazon, surely.
I didn't know if I could call it Amazon Prime, but then I thought we might get sued.
I'm a Zombie. That sounds like a good film.
We'll make that in a few years.
Sounds good. Get right in.
Okay.
Oh, I can't win now.
No. Oh, well.
Damn it.
Let's just for fun. The last couple. Right. Next one. Night of the dawn of the day of the son of the bride of the return of the revenge of the terror of the attack of the evil mutant alien flesh-eating hellbound zombified living dead part 2.
That's definitely real.
Yeah, it is real.
You're not intelligent enough to make it up. I'm sorry.
It's just weird.
I want to watch. What happened to part 1?
Part 1 doesn't exist.
What?
Yeah, so you have to watch part 2.
What?
It's like a spoof.
Oh, okay.
Spoof horror film.
I really want to
zombie
watch
film.
that. What was it called again?
Seriously?
Yes.
Right.
Very seriously.
Night of the dawn of the day of the son of the bride of the return of the revenge of the terror of the attack of the evil mutant alien flesh-eating hellbound zombified living dead part 2.
You did that really well until you got to Zombify.
Yeah, I
and
know.
you messed it up.
I went blah, blah.
Blah, blah, blah. I want to watch that. Can you find that for me, please?
Okay. Right. I'll have my people talk to your people.
Thank you. That's just literally me and you.
Okay, last one.
Go for it.
Zomboy.
Zomboy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's real.
No, I made it up.
Oh, I've literally got one right.
So that's going to be the film about a boy. He's
There's
just
a zombie.
born zombie, and he has
Born
to,
zombie?
Yeah, and he's got to just live his everyday life as a zombie, and everyone else
Is he a
is normal.
functioning zombie?
Yeah, everyone else is normal. He's
Yeah.
the only zombie.
But is he a functioning zombie? Is he like...
Yeah, so he's got to go to school, get a job.
Sounds good. Who would play
It'd be
Zomboy?
really boring. It'd be like a
Who are you casting as Zomboy?
young zombie.
Yeah.
I don't know enough children actors.
Jacob Tremblay. It's got to be.
Yeah,
He's the only
okay.
good child actor out there.
Is the kid out of the Sixth Sense? Is he still young enough?
No. He's like 40 something. You've got loads of... There's all the kids in it.
Yeah,
they're,
that's
they're
true.
all kids.
Yeah, that's true.
They're like early teens now.
Okay, cool.
Mid-teens.
Right, I'll speak
Stranger
to them
Things.
as well.
There's
We'll
loads
set
of kid
that up.
actors out there. But I think Jacob Tremblay sounds like Zomboy to me. Let's cast him. Send him an email.
Good, so 1-4.
That's terrible. That's my worst.
Unlucky.
Zombie films are my favourite, and that's the worst one. Not good. I'm not happy with
I
that.
do kind of want to see Goal of the Dead. I'm not going to lie to you.
I really want to see that one with a really long name. What's it called again? No,
Can you
I'm
remember?
joking.
It's the only film that's got a longer name than I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives in the House.
That's
from,
true.
From last season.
That is true. That was a terrible.
That got
long
really
name.
annoying to say.
It did.
Oh, well. Okay, better luck next time.
Yeah. I think we've done everything.
Yeah,
So do you want to talk about this week's film?
let's do it. We should get round to that, shouldn't
We
we?
should probably. We're quite a long way into the recording now. Okay, so what did we watch this week?
This week we watched a zombie film, obviously. We
Obviously.
watched Office Uprising.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, from 2018.
Yeah, Office Uprising is a 2018 film. It is currently rated at 15. It's 1 hour and 32 minutes long, and is currently rated at 6.1 out of 10 on IMDb.
Respectable score.
Yeah, we're getting some quite high scores this year.
Hmm.
I think our average is going to be higher at the end of this season than it was at the end of last season. Stars Brenton Thwaites as Desmond, who is an Australian guy. And
Okay.
You know what we do with Australian actors? We find out if they've ever been in Home and Away.
We do.
And Brenton Thwaites has been in Home and Away
Good on him.
for quite a long time.
Bonza.
Big character in Home and Away.
Was he?
Yeah. You'll also know him from Titans, if you're watching that, the DC show. He currently plays Dick Grayson or Robin, or / Robin. He's also been in Maleficent.
I've seen that.
Have you?
It's alright.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah. There's another one coming out soon, isn't there?
I think it's out.
Was it
Yeah,
out already?
I think so.
I'm not. up to
Or
date
it's
with those sort of
imminent
things.
if it isn't already.
And he was also in the latest Pirates of the Caribbean film, Salazar's Revenge.
I have seen that and I can't recall any
Not-
detail
not
about
much.
it whatsoever.
The Pirates of the Caribbean films they're really hit
All
or miss,
just
haven't they?
merge
Some of
into
them,
one.
The first couple are alright, and then the
I
rest
think
are
one's good and then the rest
Yeah,
are
the
all
rest
just completely interchangeable.
Yeah, absolutely. Also stars Jane Levy as Samantha,
Not Jane Leaves.
not Jane Leaves from Frasier. She is in What If, which is a drama series on Netflix, TV series.
Yep.
I've not watched it yet. It is on my list. She also is in Castle Rock. No, we've not talked about Castle Rock before.
No, I meant to ask you about Castle Rock a couple
Yeah.
of times and I've never got round to it.
So Castle Rock is a TV series that's loosely based on the Stephen King universe, which is obviously Castle Rock, where that comes from.
Yeah.
And you get various different Stephen King characters popping up. But there's also some who are inspired by Stephen King characters, as in Jane Levy in Castle Rock plays a character called Jackie Torrance, who is a female Jack Torrance, obviously. I've not seen the second season yet. I know it's out. It's been out for a while. The first season's all right, but I'm hearing really good things about the second season.
Yeah. Yeah, I
It's
feel it's good.
it all focuses on the early life of the woman from Misery.
Yes. Yeah. I'd read something about that today. But
What's her name?
Annie
Annie
Wilkes.
Yeah. Yeah, so that season kind of focuses around her. It also stars the brother of Bill Skarsgård. No, it does star Bill Skarsgård, but not as Pennywise.
How much money must Stephen King just rake in?
Just
All these
constantly
adaptations and
constantly making money.
books and
He's got another. I've seen today that there's another book for pre-order on Amazon coming out in May next year.
guy's a machine.
Yeah, and Jane Levy's also was in the 2013 remake of The Evil Dead. So she's dealt with zombies and things before.
Oh, this should be easy for her then.
Yeah, it should be. Also stars Karen s2e8. I think that's how you pronounce his name. It's a man.
Yeah.
Karan, maybe, who you will know from Deadpool and Deadpool 2, and he's also in Safety Not Guaranteed.
Again,
we've pretty much covered the whole cast of that
I
film.
think we have, yeah.
So at some point we might have to talk about it, because
Maybe we could do that as a bonus or something.
that's marked up plus.
Because that is a great film.
Jake Johnson, Jeff Garlin.
Yeah.
This will be the fourth guy from that film that we've.
No,
talked
and
about.
her name has gone out of my head. Olivia Wilde.
Yeah. So 5
Yeah.
people from that film that we've talked about.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know.
That is crazy. He was also in Goosebumps with Dylan Minnette, who was in the first film that we talked about.
Yeah.
So
I've seen Goosebumps, yeah.
yeah. So
I think I remember
he
mentioning
deals with a lot
that
of our.
in
Yeah,
our
you
very,
did.
Very
in
first
very
episode.
first episode. So Karen s2e8 deals with a lot of our alumni, and also stars Zachary Levi, who you will know from Chuck and Shazam.
Yeah.
So there's quite a cast in this one.
Yes. Did you read about the director as well?
A little bit, but I was
was quite
concentrating more on the cast because I thought you might tell me something about
Yeah,
it.
that's fine. So the directed by a guy called Lin Oeding,
Oeding, yeah, I think so.
and this is his second film.
Right.
But most interestingly, he's had quite a long career in Hollywood himself
I noticed this.
as a stunt performer,
Yeah.
and he has a huge long list of
It
credits
does. Yeah, lots and
in
lots of
pretty much every major blockbuster for the last 10 to 15
stuff. Seems to be a
years.
highly respected stuntman, isn't he?
Yeah, who's taking the plunge into directing. So hopefully we've got some good action sequences to talk about at least. Yeah, so that was quite interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Sounds like an interesting guy. So that's your cast and your director. Do you want to talk about the film?
Yeah, let's crack on.
Cool.
So this film starts with not a news bulletin.
No,
but
not a news
almost
bulletin.
like a promotional video
Yeah, it's like an advert, isn't it?
for Ammotech,
Yes.
a company who design and build weapons of mass protection.
I saw that slogan. I knew you'd like that.
Yeah, it's basically a sales / promotional video, isn't it? From the chairman.
It's basically, from the chairman of the company.
And we are introduced to their office building
Yep.
in Lubbock, Texas.
Indeed. And then that's like pre-credits or
Yep.
pre-title card. And then we kick straight in with a guy in a car who we later find out is called Des, who is Brendan Thwaites' character, and he is late for work.
Straight away, I'm going to say this several times throughout this.
Go on.
There is a lot of homage in this movie to the film Office Space.
Yes, there is.
Have you seen Office Space?
A long time ago, but I have seen it.
So they're really going for that sort of vibe here.
It's exactly that sort of vibe.
So
isn't it?
straight away, this character Desmond is coming late to work. He's got rap music going in the car. It's just Office Space. That same thing happens in that film.
Yeah.
And it's not the only reference. Because I think it is done on purpose.
Yeah, it's definitely intentional.
It's not lazy. It is a bit of a
homage.
Yeah. So that was cool.
Yeah, I think you're right. And so he's late for work. He eventually gets in, goes through 2 layers of security guards, because obviously it's a weapons factory and weapons supplier. Then he meets a girl in the lift, who we find out is called Sam, who is Jane Levy's character. And this appears to happen a lot. They seem to meet in the lift when he's late a lot, and she gives him a watch.
Yes.
To keep, so he can keep track of the time.
So she is basically, I think you get the impression that she's not got him his job, but she sort of was almost giving him a character reference.
Yeah, I got the impression she was a bit more senior than he was.
Yeah, because she's in HR.
Yeah.
And that she's kind of vouched for him a few times when he's been late.
Yeah, 'cause he's a bit of a dropout, isn't he? He's
Yeah.
a bit of a stoner. He manages to sneak to his desk and avoid capture by the boss man, but he does get caught because his phone rings and he gets called into the boss's office as soon as he sits down. This is where we meet his boss, who is Zachary Levy's character.
Yeah.
So we're meeting them all early doors, which is nice. And basically he tells him there's going to be a merger of 2 companies. So then he kind of tells him not to be worried about his job, but buck his ideas up, basically, is what he's saying, isn't it?
Yeah, and he wants Des to produce the report.
Yeah.
Into basically
just
the
a report, a
advantages,
generic report.
Yeah, of why they should merge. But they're merging with a weaponized gas company.
Yeah.
So this is kind of what we're dealing with here. This very extreme parody of a company that,
Yeah.
I was going to say doesn't exist in real life.
But I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
And he gets back to his desk, and all the people that sit in the cubicles around him are talking about how they're all worried for their jobs. One person talks about how somebody's already been fired that morning or been made redundant that morning.
Yeah.
And that's where we meet Mo.
Yeah.
Who is Karen Sony's character. And the old chap who they sit with, who is Lentworth. Close.
And he is played by Kurt Fuller.
Yes.
Love that guy.
Yeah.
So
really
again, someone who pops up in, who
Everything.
has been, for like 30 years.
Yeah.
Wayne's World, I know from. He's sort of henchman / bad guy in a load of stuff. If anyone's a fan of the TV series Psych, he was the coroner in that for years and years.
Right. I've never seen Psych.
Yeah, it's very funny.
No, I'll have to check it out.
I've
never seen Chuck either.
No, I've never seen Chuck. Is that Zachary Levi when he's like a secret agent?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is full of familiar faces, if not massive stars.
Yeah. Definitely big stars.
Yeah.
So they're all talking about how they're worried for their jobs, basically. And this douchebag guy turns up. I've called him douchebag guy because I can't remember his name.
I think it was Marcus.
Yeah, it was Marcus.
And he's related to someone higher up in the company.
Was he the nephew of the CEO or the chairman?
Yeah,
something like that. And he's a racist asshole.
Yeah.
So the way he talks to Mo is horrendous. Calls him Mohammed. He just all these horrible racist things that come out. But
he says things like I
blames him for 9/11 at one point.
Yeah, he does. He says like, I like that I can get on a plane without having to take my shoes off.
Yeah,
all that sort of stuff. Just a caricature, really.
So, and there's lots of talk at this point about axes falling and things like that. So there's a lot of foreshadowing going on in the way they're talking.
Yeah, and it's all interspersed with like admin talk of having to complete purchase orders and CPC reports, which again made me think of Office Space with the definitely. TPS reports and all that sort of thing. And then we get we move away from the Office Space stuff, and then I'm suddenly thinking I'm watching Zombieland, because Desmond gives you a tour of the building.
Yeah.
With a sort of list of how to stay.
Yeah, he's kind of talking direct to
basically.
the camera, like what's it does in Zombieland. Jesse Eisenberg. And
the number one rule being the higher the floor you work on, the bigger the douchebag you are.
Yeah.
Which was quite amusing.
Definitely. And it's basically to show you the company and how it's a bit of a boys' club. They're all mainly men that work there.
Yeah.
They're all lads, that kind of guy. You know, the officey kind of male culture. It's that sort of thing. And then he goes to a cupboard and he gets high.
Yeah.
From a Pringles can.
Yeah, so him and Letworth and another unnamed guy. Yeah, they sit and smoke.
Yeah, basically
in the stationery cupboard.
They come to work every day, but they don't really do any work. Des spends most of his time at work designing a video game, which he starts talking about at this point, which is about a stoner trying to get snacks.
Yeah, trying to get his munches.
Yeah, and that's kind of what the first 10, 15 minutes are. It's just introducing you to all the different characters. I think we've met everybody already.
Yeah.
It's just trying to tell you who they all are, isn't it? And then they all get called into a motivational seminar for the afternoon, which happens at work this afternoon. We've had one at work today.
Have you?
Yeah.
That sounds horrific.
Great times. It didn't last very long, to be fair. But Des decides that he can't be there because he's got to do this report.
Yeah, so he meets
Mr. Nussbaum.
Yeah, he's bumped into Sam again on the way to this motivational seminar, and she's again sort of told him, "Put your ideas up. This might be your last chance.
Yeah,
get this report.
People are actually getting fired here."
So he ducks out, doesn't he?
Yeah, he leaves the seminar.
I'm going to go home and work on this report.
Yeah, as he's leaving, he sees a load of cans of drink being unloaded into the kind of backstage area.
Yeah, being delivered on like a pallet truck, aren't they?
So they're obviously some sort of motivational giveaway that they're doing at the end of the seminar, but he doesn't get any because he goes home to his flat where he lives with a couple of other guys, and they're playing Mario Kart.
Yeah.
But not in the traditional sense.
No.
One of the guys, incidentally, is in a show called 911. Have you ever watched that?
No, I've never. No, but I heard it's supposed to be good.
It's made by the guy who used to make Glee and the American Horror Story shows.
Yeah, and
Ryan
the American
Murphy.
Crime Story, and
Ryan Murphy.
Yeah,
it's made by him, and it's a really good show. It's not on Netflix, but you'll find it somewhere. One of the flatmates is in that.
The flatmate who was dressed as Mario, UFC fighter Tyrone Woodley.
Oh, was it really?
Yeah.
Oh.
There you go. He hasn't got a speaking part.
No, neither of them have.
No.
But so basically, they're dressed up as Mario and Yoshi.
Like Luigi.
No,
Bowsy. No, he's dressed as Bowsy. Bowser.
Oh, it was Bowser. Yes,
Is-
sorry, it was.
Yeah,
It
the
wasn't
speaking flatmate was Bowser because
Yeah.
the little dog was dressed as
Yoshi.
Yoshi.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry. And they're playing Mario Kart by going out into the alley and getting in shopping carts.
Yeah.
And basically racing each other to the end of the
Yeah,
alleyway.
with brooms trying to
Yeah.
knock each other out the cart.
And Des is trying to not join in, but he's a dropout and a
doesn't last
stoner,
very
and it
long.
doesn't last very long. And he basically spends the whole night and doesn't get the report done.
What was he dressed up? Because he put a costume on, but I couldn't
Can't remember.
work out what it was.
Was it Donkey Kong?
It might have been.
I think it was Donkey Kong.
Okay.
Off the top of my head, I didn't write that down. That would have been a good trivia
Yeah, it
question
would.
for the end. So it kind of, there's a really good scene where he kind of falls out of the trolley, and as he rolls, it cuts to him rolling into the chair at the desk.
Yeah,
and
it's
he
nice
wakes up.
little-
I like that. It was a nice little
Bit of flair.
a good way of telling you that time's passed, which I like because I hate when it says 12 hours later or something. So it's a nice way of doing it, and it's clearly the next morning, and he hasn't done the report that he was going to do. So he goes to work.
He's done something,
Yeah, he has done a report of sorts.
but he can't remember it,
Yeah.
and we don't get a montage of him writing the report.
No, it's done, but he can't remember writing
Yeah.
it, so he doesn't know what's in it. So he gets to work. He's obviously late again, so he pulls up at the security gate, but the security man isn't there.
No.
Conspicuously. So he gets in, even though nobody's picking the gate up. But he manages to get in, and then he passes the other security guard who sits inside the building.
He says hi to him.
He says hi to him and kind of
walks
rushes straight past him. And as the camera goes past him, you notice he's got a mug lodged into the back of his head.
Yeah.
And he's clearly dead. And he's completely oblivious to it all. Des is just, his one focus is getting to his desk so he doesn't get found out for being late again. And he gets called to his boss's office again.
Well, he goes first. He gets to the printer, prints out his report.
Yeah, he prints out
and it's got 1,000
920 something
errors in it.
spelling errors
Yeah.
in it. He decides, well, it's too late now. I've got to submit it.
Yeah.
Just hope that Mr. Nussbaum doesn't notice.
So yeah, he prints it out and takes it into Nussbaum's office.
Yeah. Now, Mr. Nussbaum was a strange guy to start with,
Yes.
but he's being even more strange now because he's sharpening a pencil and he's very fixated on this pencil that he's sharpening.
He likes the smell of
He
the
keeps
sharpened pencil.
smelling them. But to be fair, pencil shavings do smell nice. I'm putting it out there. And we eventually find out why.
I'm just going to get you a box of pencil shavings for Christmas.
Oh, that'd be nice. Can I have the pencils and then I'll shave them myself?
I'll consider it. I'm not sure I want to give you that satisfaction.
I'm not sure you'd be able to buy a box of pencil shavings.
Well, I'd have to get people to shave them.
You're not going to shave them yourself.
Well, I've got children. That's what they can do. Put them to work.
I really want you to do that now. Yeah, so they're talking away and Nussbaum's being very strange. And eventually Des notices that there's a dead body on the floor.
Yes.
And there are a lot of pencils sticking into this dead body.
It's like a hedgehog.
Yeah, it's like a pencil hedgehog. So all is not as it should be.
No, and Nussbaum
Amotech.
is a complete grammar pedant as
Yeah.
well, isn't he?
Yes.
Because he's talking about how
The guy
shit
he'd
the
killed.
last
Yeah, the
report
guy he'd
was.
killed was because his spelling was terrible in his previous report that he'd written, and it all kind of goes downhill from there. This is where it kind of all starts, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because Nussbaum throws Des through a door now.
Yeah, because Des has spelt Nussbaum's name wrong.
Yes.
So they have a bit of a grammar argument. And then he attacks Desmond.
Yeah, throws him through a door, and as he's picking himself up, he kind of gets chased through the office by a load of zombies. But then they're not zombies is probably the wrong word because they're not dead.
They're still working.
Yeah,
so,
they're still
so
functioning.
everyone's still doing their job.
Yeah.
But they're infected, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because their veins have gone all dark. And
Yeah.
they're just like hyper, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they're like
And they're
overhyped.
ultra
zombies.
violent, fast.
Yeah.
But they're not like
But they're not like dead. They're living
not
dead.
rotting and
No, they're still functioning. They've still come to work.
yeah.
Yeah, so he's kind of getting chased by them. He gets attacked by another guy because he
They're like you if you've not had your dinner.
Oh, I don't know if they're that bad. He trips over another guy's cable for his PC and accidentally turns it off whilst he's working, and that guy goes batshit crazy at him. Did he throw the computer at him or throws the monitor at
The
him?
monitor, yeah.
It's all kicking off, and they have a big fight, and he stabs him with a clipboard in the end, doesn't he?
Yeah, he ends up. Yeah, the guy ends up getting a clipboard
Into the side of
through
his
his
head.
neck, basically.
Yeah, but he breaks it in half, and the
Yeah.
jagged end goes in his head. So Des at this point realizes that he's got two choices: he can leave, or he can go and rescue Sam.
Yeah,
because he's kind of stuck on the stairway, isn't he? Trying to decide which way to go.
Yeah, and he goes back because he wants to know what's happened to her.
Yeah, so he goes to Sam. He's obviously in love with Sam. We've probably not picked up on that so far, but he's He's got feelings for her, at least. So he decides he's going to go and get her. So he goes to her office, where she is busy working with her earphones in.
Yeah.
And she doesn't really hear him come in, but she's got a can of this energy drink on her table.
Yes.
So this is where we kind of realise what's happened. So this energy drink's been given out at this motivational seminar the day before, and it sent everybody into mindless zombies.
It's a pity that the name Monster was already taken for an energy drink, because that really would have worked here.
Yeah,
It?
this one's called Zolt.
Yeah.
But she's only drank half a can of it. So she is fully functioning. She's absolutely fine, unless the slightest thing ticks her off, and then she goes mental.
Yeah, she has anger issues.
Yeah, she has real bad anger issues. So as long as they can keep her calm, she's fine. But they have a bit of a fight as well, don't they?
Yeah, she punches him in the balls.
She does punch him in the balls.
How did you notice how he subdued her? What did he hit her with?
He hit her with the Big Book of Calm.
Yeah.
Which was... Have you ever seen Black Books?
Yes.
You know, in the first episode of that, when
Yeah.
Bill Bailey swallows the Little Book of Calm, that made me think of that.
So he ties Sam up
Yeah.
to a trolley.
Yeah, a bit like Hannibal Lecter kind of trolley.
Yeah.
Like a post trolley. Because she's going in and out of it constantly. She's all right 1 minute, and then she's
Yeah.
completely crazy.
Trying to
the
deal
next.
with this new situation.
Yeah. And then they bump into Mo, don't they?
Yes, in a cupboard.
In a cupboard, because he is hiding, because he hasn't had any Zolt, because it's Ramadan,
Yeah, he's fasting.
and he's fasting. So he avoided the drink. So Des hasn't had any, Mo's not had any, Sam's had half a can.
Yeah.
Everybody else has lost it
So far, yeah.
so far. So they're hiding in a cupboard as there's a bit of a showdown outside this cupboard, isn't there?
Yeah, it's accounting
Yeah.
versus marketing,
Yeah.
basically.
The big hitters.
Yeah.
And they're both the supervisors are going at it.
Yeah, so it's Nussbaum from accounting,
Yeah.
and then this jock guy who we saw earlier. So when they, in marketing, at the start of the film, they're throwing around this basketball,
Yeah.
and if you catch the basketball, you have to come up with a slogan
Yeah.
for whatever the product is that they're trying to market. And this time, instead of throwing a basketball around, they're throwing a severed head around. But they're, like you say, they're still working.
Yeah.
Just in a bit of a more zombied version. So things start to escalate.
Bob
Between
was the other guy.
Bob
That was
between
him.
Bob and
Mr. Nussbaum.
Mr. Nussbaum, and yeah, eventually it turns into a massive brawl.
Yeah, because Nussbaum kills Bob, doesn't he? With a... How did he kill him?
So he steps on a can of Zolt,
Yeah.
and essentially it is he flattens it, and it's turned into a throwing star.
Yeah.
And he
Lodges it into his...
throws it into Bob's neck.
Yeah, kills him. And then he manages to set the rest of the marketing team on each other.
Yeah.
And then the accounting team kind of
Pick
up
out
all
the
the
pieces.
pieces.
Yeah.
It's the first of a couple of really good brawls
Yeah. Yeah.
in this film. There's a few good scenes of really good fight scenes in this. Now that they're all together, Des, Sam and Mo, they've decided they've got to try and get out. So they go to the stairs, as you would, head to the staircase. But there's a bit of a bloodbath going on the stairs.
Yeah, so
it reminded
like
me of that last scene in Murder Party.
Yeah, it did. Yeah.
And everybody's just beating the crap out of each
Yeah,
other.
check out our Murder Party episode from season 1.
But don't check out the film. Well, you can. It was all right.
It's interesting.
It's really
That's
short.
what it is.
It's the shortest film we've done.
So they can't get down to
They
the
can't
next
get down the
floor
stairs, is basically
because
what we're saying.
there's more zombie action going on
Yeah.
below them.
So they head to the elevator. The doors to the elevator open, but the shaft is not there.
Yeah, shaft.
The shaft is there. The elevator car is not there. They just laugh at shaft.
Yeah.
He's such a child. And that all of a sudden crashes past them and is on fire.
It's really bad CGI.
Yeah, it's really bad.
It's like proper bottom level CGI.
Yeah, it was.
There's a few bits like that in this film.
Yeah, there are. But the elevator woman's still talking, and she's like, "There has been a fault."
Yeah.
And she's going through the floor numbers really fast as it falls. That made me laugh.
So they can't use the stairs. They can't use the elevator.
They're basically stuck
They find a way into an unoccupied office
Yeah.
/ conference room type
Yeah.
thing.
with windows.
And Des, in a moment of confusion / clarity, I don't know which way you'd go with it, picks up a chair
Yeah.
and hurls it at the window.
Yes. Which triggers a safety system.
Yeah.
Or a security system that locks down the whole building because somebody's trying to break in, presumably.
So it's proper like Batmobile shit.
Yeah.
So the whole building gets covered with armor plating.
Yeah, every window's got shutters. The whole building's just covered.
Basically turns it into a bomb shelter.
Turns it into await further instructions.
Yeah, yeah.
No way in or out of that house.
Check out our episode from season 1. I know that was episode 3 of season 1.
It was, yeah.
Await further instructions.
Also, don't check out the film.
Weird film.
Very weird film. There's a few... We're doing callbacks. I like it. We don't do callbacks very often. Yeah, so now the whole building's locked down, and Sam and Mo were like, "Why did you do that? You know this building's got this security system." And he's like, "I never read the handbook. I don't know what's going on." So now they're really stuck. They can't get down the stairs. They can't get down the lift. and they can't get out the building at all.
So they have to do the old walk through the zombies bit.
Yeah, every zombie film's got it.
So they don't cover themselves in blood and guts because they're not that kind of zombie.
Yeah.
So they just they walk through the horde just pretending to be a bit angry.
Yeah.
And it worked.
It worked, yeah, basically. They got most of the way through until they bump into Mr. Nussbaum's PA.
Yes.
Who is an 80-year-old lady.
I think she's 90. I think
she's 90.
Well, they say, they're exaggerating.
Yeah, she was an old lady.
Yeah, so
she's very slow moving.
Little old lady with blue rinse.
Yeah, quite large.
Permed hair.
Yeah, she was in the film earlier the first time that Des got called to the office, and she walks really slowly, and it really wound him up. And she's still walking really slowly, but she's now a zombie.
Yeah, so the three of them are having a whole debate about how do they deal with this
slow-moving zombie. Somebody hits her with a vase.
Des
hits
her
her with a
flowers.
Yeah, he takes a vase of flowers.
Absolutely mullers her
with it. They think she's done. They think she's down. So they're all having a debate about where to go next. And she suddenly jumps on Mo's back.
Yeah.
And he has a bit of a scuffle with her.
He basically tries to run away.
Yeah.
But he's got her on his back. Which is kind of funny.
Yeah, because he's really he's a pacifist, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's all the way through.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not killing anybody.
Yeah,
I'm not going to get into this. And as he runs away, he kind of accidentally rams her into the wall.
Yeah, so
smashes her head to
smacks
pieces.
on the wall, and she's in bits.
So he accidentally kills her.
So he's got a lot of guilt about that.
Yeah, he feels awful about it for the rest of the film, pretty much.
Which sets up the best joke in this film later on.
Yeah,
which we'll come to.
I know what you're going to say, but yeah, it does. And it's at this point then we're kind of speeding through this, I feel, but it's a really fast-moving film, isn't it? There's a real high pace to it. It doesn't slow down from the minute the first zombie to the end, really. There's no filler scenes.
No.
Sam decides at this point that they need to go to HR because they're all nice ladies, is how she describes it. Because the men are obviously scared of HR. All men are scared of the HR ladies.
Yeah.
I'm sure your work's the same. Mine is. And she says they're all nice ladies. We'll go there, and they are not nice ladies.
they're sort of they've turned on whoever's the last person who's walked in.
I thought it was really funny. There's a really good scene where Des notices they've all been stabbed in the back.
Yeah.
Because they're all backstabbing HR ladies. Every one of them's got a pair of scissors in their back.
Yeah, or something.
It really made me laugh. I really like that.
It was a nice touch.
And Lentworth's in there.
Yes.
Because he's been fired. Has he been fired?
Yeah, so
before all this kicked off.
He's carrying his possessions in a box.
And he's trying to get his last paycheck.
He's cleared his desk.
Yeah.
And somehow, obviously, oblivious to everything that's going on around he's made his way up to HR and he's asking for his check, before he can leave.
And they all kind of bear down on him, don't they? They're going after him because zombie.
Yeah.
Because zombie.
That's what they do.
That's what zombies do. So Sam quickly comes up with a plan of making all them all turn on each other.
Yeah.
So she starts telling some home truths to some of the ladies.
Yeah, so Jane thinks your kids are ugly and all this sort of stuff.
You host these cocaine orgies or crack orgies. So they all turn on Lisa, don't they?
Yeah.
The second in charge of HR, I guess.
So.
And while they're all distracted attacking Lisa, they kind of get away.
Yeah.
With Letchworth. I will remember that.
Letchworth. So they're making a way. They're still making a way up the building.
Yeah.
And it is basically like, as we've said, they set that rule at the start. The higher the floor, the bigger the douchebag. Yeah. And how it's played in this film is each floor they're going up, they've got a bigger threat.
Yeah.
To sort of overcome.
Yeah. And the next threat is the sales office.
Yeah. Macho sales.
Macho men sales team.
USA.
It's exactly what it was like. I think he even did that.
It did, yeah.
So they realise that they need to tool up.
Yes, we need weapons.
We need weapons because it's getting more and more difficult to get through this.
They've got to run their gauntlet through the sales department.
So they go to the supply closet and they all wrap themselves in catalogues.
Yeah, there's a bit of a weapons montage.
Yeah, there is. It reminded me of something, but I can't picture what it was.
Murder Party again?
Was it Murder Party again? Probably was.
Well, he came out with...
it was. Yeah, it was when he went into that cupboard. Yeah, you're right. It was Murder Party. And
check out our episode, season 1, Murder Party.
But don't watch the film.
No.
And they cover themselves in big fat catalogues, don't they? It's like armor.
and paper, like
reams of paper.
Yeah. And is it Mo who's got the seat of a chair or the back of a chair, and he's using it as a shield?
Yeah.
I quite like that.
And Lentworth has the 2 spears.
Yeah.
Somebody has 2 spears.
So they fashioned a couple of bits of wood into
sharpened,
spears.
chair legs or something.
Mo's got a pair of scissors.
Yeah.
But like proper fabric scissors.
Yeah, big fat fabric scissors. And they kind of head out into the sales office, and one of the sales team notices them.
Yeah.
And that kind of sets them all off. And you get one of probably the best fight scene in the film is this bit where they're all...
They cut Sam loose as well.
Yeah, they
So
did.
at this point, sorry,
You're
just
right,
to
they
interrupt
did.
you, but it's probably worth pointing out. So they cut her loose from the trolley.
Yeah.
And she sort of says, look, you need all the help you can get. Give me some weapons. I'll help you get through this bit.
Yeah.
But if I turn...
Kill me.
It's the usual zombie film thing. If I turn...
Kill me.
Kill me.
Yeah.
So they do that.
Yeah, and they have this massive, really good, high-octane fight scene.
It's really good.
It's really good.
So it is really well choreographed.
Yeah.
From a stunt point of view, you can follow what's going on, so it's not too...
Yeah.
It doesn't cut too fast like a lot of fight scenes do.
I think it's probably really good that this film's directed by a stuntman.
Yeah.
That you can really tell it.
This is the set piece. This is even probably more so than the sort of
finale.
climactic bit. This is where the money went.
Yeah, definitely.
It's really good.
Yeah, it is really good. It goes on for quite a while as well, doesn't it? It's
As they're fighting
5 or
away
6 minutes.
through this sales floor.
Mo accidentally kills 2 guys with a pair of scissors.
Yeah, there's lots of cool kung fu / cool moves, flips and trips and...
Mo turns around and accidentally stabs somebody in the face with some scissors.
Yeah.
And as he pulls them out, he kind of flicks his arm around and cuts somebody else's throat.
He does.
And he's losing it because he doesn't want to kill anybody.
Yeah, he's trying to avoid people.
He's accidentally killing people. Des ends up on the floor with another guy on top of him.
Yes.
Who hasn't had any Zolt.
Yeah, and he's sort of saying to him, have you had Zolt? He's trying to work out if Des is pure or whatever, or is
Yeah, and so this is obviously
unzombified.
another survivor. This is a guy who's trying to...
We've not seen him before.
No, never seen him before. He's a member of the sales team, obviously.
Yeah.
And just as Des is about to say, yeah, come on, join us,
Mo stabs the guy in the neck, and it's the first guy he's killed on purpose.
because he thought Des was being attacked because he was sitting on
And
Des.
it was a non-zombie.
And it was Des
best
just
joke.
says, we should probably never talk about this again.
Because he doesn't say to Mo, because Mo says, I've done it, I've helped you out.
Yeah.
So Des doesn't let Mo know that he's killed her.
Yeah. It just says we'll never
Normal
talk about
person.
this again.
It was worth the setup from earlier on.
It was. It really was. It was. I really enjoyed it.
It was a nice payoff.
Thought it was really good fun. So they've taken the whole sales team out.
Yep.
They've managed to do it. There's only 4 of them and about 20 of the sales team, but they did it. They took them all down. And
But Sam has taken ill.
yeah, she's not in a good way.
No.
It's starting to...
The infection seems to be spreading
the
through her.
infection's setting in. And I kind of missed how they found out, but they find that the chairman and his like sidekicks are in a panic room, kind of.
So they've made it to the boardroom.
Is it the
basically,
boardroom?
Yeah. I don't think they knew that the chairman and the other board members were in
No, I
there.
got that impression.
Obviously, when they
It's
get
like
there,
a high security...
they can't get in, yeah.
Yeah, it's a high security sealed room.
And
A bit like a panic room. You have to have like access codes and retina scans and everything to get in.
the chairman, who is called someone Gant.
Gant, yeah, Mr.
Like the
Gant. I think it
chart.
was just Mr. Gant, yeah.
Chart. I wonder if that's what he
Office
invented.
nerd.
Yeah. He doesn't need a weapons company if he invented the Gantt chart, surely.
No, probably not.
He's got to be rich enough.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So they're all hauled up in this room.
Yes.
And
They
Des is
won't
trying
let
to
these guys in.
Des is trying to persuade them to let him in. I think the guy was probably going to let them in until he realised that Sam was
Yeah, she
infected,
bombs up.
because she voms up, didn't she?
Like luminous
Green.
green
Yeah.
Zolt vomit.
So there's no way he's ever going to let them in. And then the door opens and like a mail clerk comes out. Or
Yeah, it was a janitor.
a janitor or somebody. And so they just get in.
Yeah, he just lets them in.
It was really funny. And that's where you get a bit of a backstory, because they're all now in this locked room.
Yeah, so they have a bit of a scrap
Yeah.
just between them. So like, oh, what are you doing in here? Oh.
Yeah.
And
But it settles down quite quickly, and that's where you get a bit of a backstory on what Zolt is.
yeah, but I just want to point out the line
Go
here
on.
because Gant says, "This is a weapons manufacturing firm. We don't have violence here," which is, I'm sure you're aware, an absolute homage / rip-off to Doctor Strangelove.
Yeah.
With the famous, "You can't fight in here, this is the war room" line. If you're going to nick lines, then take them from the best films, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, so after that line, he gives a bit of a breakdown on what Zolt was designed for and what it is. And he's basically saying it was designed for soldiers.
Yeah.
But this batch went a bit wild when a disgruntled employee released the batch to the staff, because it was obviously never supposed to get there, because there's something wrong with it, wasn't there? There was too much of one particular chemical in it.
Yeah,
or
the balance of
the balance of the
chemicals wasn't quite right.
Something like that. We find out later on, don't we? What it
Yeah,
was?
we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I didn't say, because
We
comes
find
out later on.
Yeah, so, and a disgruntled employee released it to the staff, so that's what's happened. And then Mr. Nussbaum turns up
Yes, with his horde.
at the door with his team of zombies behind him, and he wants to get the building opened up because he wants to get out.
Yeah, wants to get them out into the rest of the world.
Yeah, which obviously can't happen. So Gant says, "I'm not letting you out, and there's no way you're getting in here because my door's like titanium, it's double thickness. There's no way you're ever getting in." And Nussbaum says, well, I signed off the purchase orders, and I know for a fact that the walls are not reinforced.
Yeah, your door, you might have an amazing
you might have
door.
an amazing door, but your wall's just made of plywood,
Yeah.
basically. And so they're coming in. And so they start smashing the wall in, don't they?
Yeah.
Mr. Nussbaum's team. And while this is all going on, Des and Mo are trying to shore it up from the other side.
Yeah, so trying to move sofas
In
in
the
front
way
of it
and that sort of thing.
that
But
sort of-
Mo has a bit of a internal crisis
Yeah,
going on.
so he basically crawls into a ball and
He's trying to really doubt himself, and
Yeah.
he's got real guilt. For
Des
what
is
he's
trying to
done.
give him a pep talk.
Yeah, so they have a bit of a moment, and then Letwith comes back.
Yeah,
'Cause
he
he's in
storms
there
in.
as well.
Yeah.
And he's a bit hyper.
Yeah.
Because he's drank some Zolt.
Yeah, because all he's worried about is getting his job back.
Yeah. So he wants to join Mr. Nussbaum's
Yeah,
team.
so he thinks, well, if I drink this, I'm going to be as hyper as these guys and I
And I'll
can...
be back in the team.
Yeah.
And so he does. He drinks it, and just as he's revealed that he's drank it, Nussbaum gets through.
Yeah.
The hole in the wall gets big enough, and Letwith goes flying out. It's like, I'm one of you guys now.
Yeah.
And then just gets...
They axe him in the stomach.
Yeah, he gets destroyed. Basically, that's the last we see of him. And then there's another crazy fight scene.
Yeah, so it's a gunfight, basically.
Yeah, this one's got guns. So because Gant's got a big shotgun in the office, hasn't he?
Yeah.
And so
He's got a fishbowl full of ammo, shotgun shells.
shotgun shells.
He's a good shot.
Yeah, he takes out quite a few of them of Nussbaum's team, but eventually Nussbaum takes him down.
Yeah.
And kills him.
Chops his hand off
Chops his hand off. He
First.
does, yeah, because he needs his thumbprint
Yeah.
to get out of the building.
to deactivate the system.
He kills him with his own shotgun, and somehow Desmond manages to get hold of the shotgun. I think, did Nussbaum put it down as he was chopping the hand off or something?
Yeah, when there's another good line there. Nussbaum states that he wants to be regional manager of the world.
There's loads of really good cheesy lines
Yeah.
all the way through this. It's really good. So Desmond says, "So I quit." He does sort of one of these like stereotypical lines.
I've had enough.
I've had enough.
Yeah.
I quit. And just
My
as he says
breaking
I
point.
quit, he shoots at him. And Nussbaum then says, he says he's got bigger plans. So I
Yeah.
think he's intending on getting outside and taking over the world, isn't he? He's on that sort of high. And so he sets his whole team on Des to try and get him.
Yeah.
Knock him out, knock him down. So Des shoots the fishbowl full of ammo. I don't know why I said
Shotgun
it.
shells.
Shoots the fishbowl full of shotgun shells, and they all fire off into
He's
various different directions.
Yeah, Des is completely unscathed.
Yeah.
And every single zombie in the room is...
Killed by one
Taken
of these
care of.
flying. Now, I'm not sure. I've never fired a shotgun, but I'm pretty sure that wouldn't happen. I think there was some creative license used there.
Yeah, I think very much so.
So everybody goes down. Everybody's dead. Apart from Nussbaum, obviously, but everybody who was in that fight is dead. And Sam is fading fast.
She is on the turn.
She is not a well lady. And we kind of leave them there, don't we? Because then there's like an outside shot and you see it turning to nighttime.
Yeah.
Because all of this all the way through has been really well lit, like high office
It has
lighting.
actually, yeah.
It's proper office lighting, and
Yeah.
you don't get that in zombie films very often. But now we go in nighttime, and Nussbaum's down in the factory area.
Yeah, factory
area?
/ sort of storeroom, all the racking
warehouse.
and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, warehouse kind of area. And he's got Mr. Gant's hand, and he opens up the shutters to get into that kind of area, doesn't he?
Yeah, deactivate the security, don't they, basically?
Yeah, basically. And they're down. His whole team now are downstairs in the warehouse with all the weapons. Just before Gant died, he told them about the guy who invented the Zolt.
Yeah.
Who worked a few stories down or up.
Yeah, in research and development.
R&D. And so they take Sam there to see if there's an antidote. So they take Sam to him. And just as they walk in the door, Des just punches him in the face.
Yeah.
So, this is all your fault.
Because it was a guy from... we met him
We did
earlier
meet him earlier on
the
briefly,
tour,
and
and
he
he
was
was an asshole.
He was a douche. Yeah. And he basically says it wasn't his fault. They tried to make him make do with replacement chemicals because somebody didn't put the purchase order through. for the
Someone in
chemicals.
accounting.
Someone in accounting didn't put the purchase order through. So basically what we're saying, or what we're finding out at this point now, is that it's all Des's fault.
Yeah.
Because Des threw away the PO, or the purchase order.
Yeah.
I've gone all work mode. Threw away the purchase order and didn't order the chemicals.
So not having the correct chemicals has created this
Zolt.
side effect.
And it's all Des's fault. The Zolt is Des's fault.
But the R&D guy, is called Nick, by the way. Good name.
Good name.
I
think Mr. Nussbaum was called Adam.
Was he?
I think so. Because he was definitely a Nussbaum.
Yeah, he was
'Cause
a Nussbaum,
He was
wasn't
a Nussbaum, yeah. How did we not mention that?
He states that he thinks he can, in theory, there's an antidote.
Yeah, he just needs some chemicals
Yeah.
to be able to
Which
create an antidote.
Happens to be down in the warehouse.
Where Nussbaum and his team are. So we know then that now we're gonna get another big fight scene.
Yeah.
And so they realise they need more heavy duty weaponry now. backs of chairs and spears are not going to cover it anymore.
No.
So
Fortunately, being a weapons manufacturer,
yeah,
there happens to be a sort of military museum on site.
there does. So they raid that, don't they?
Yep, we're going to load up
And,
A-team style.
Yeah, and so but they're all quite old.
Oh yeah, they're all in like full-on glass cabinets.
Yeah,
and
it's old weaponry.
displays. Yeah,
And they kind of sneak into the warehouse, and they're kind of trying to hide, aren't they? But
yeah. So
Nussbaum,
they're trying to get they're just scoping it out, aren't they?
Yeah.
So it's just Des and Mo.
yeah, but Nussbaum sees them on the cameras because obviously there's a lot of CCTV in there.
He says, "Why are you trying to hide?
You're trying to hide you on CCTV, and so they're all. He kind of sets them all his zombie minions. He calls them minions at one point as
Yeah, I
well.
think he does. Yeah,
On them. So Des is kind of throwing landmines out.
yeah, and no one steps.
No
on
one
one.
steps on one. It's really.
He
I
really
like
wants to
that.
see a landmine used go off, and so because they're not stupid zombies, so
No,
they're avoiding them.
Yeah,
Because
they're functioning zombies.
yeah, exactly.
So Mo goes all flamethrower.
Yeah, this is where he loses it, isn't it?
He's
where
kinda
he's
loses
had
shit
enough.
at this point. He gets this flamethrower and he just starts firing it towards this horde of zombies that are coming. And he has a really good line, and I've not written it down. And it's
Oh, I didn't get that, so it's all on you. Sorry.
it's something like, "I like my steaks flame grilled like my colleagues," or something
Oh,
like
right,
that.
okay.
It's a good line, but I didn't write it down, unfortunately. But once the flamethrowers run out of gas, they're all still coming. He didn't I don't think he got any of them. I think he just set up this wall of fire.
Oh no, it wasn't on for very long. The flame.
No, it wasn't.
Again, because of these old weapons and
Yeah, and I don't think any of them got hit by it.
no, I don't think they got near enough to him.
No, I don't think they did. So then you get Mo pushing Des around on a trolley.
Yeah.
Whilst Des has got the guns and he's kind of shooting. That I thought that was really good. There's a really nice scene of them just like pushing each other around on this trolley as Des is
Yeah, so it's
firing
one
his
of those
weapons
big
off.
like flatbed trolleys. You know, if you go into one of these DIY warehouse type stores and you say you put for doors or whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, Des is sat on that and
Yeah.
he's just
Shooting the shit out of everybody.
firing off round after round.
Yeah. And eventually they manage to get hold of the chemical that they need.
Yep.
It's on the top shelf, but they climb up there and get it. And Mr. Nussbaum turns up in one of these exoskeleton army suits.
So he looks like he's doing like Avatar cosplay,
Yeah, it is exactly like the one from Avatar.
but the TV version.
Very much so. It's got a grenade launcher on. It's
Yeah.
got a machine gun. It's got like a grabby hand. And he turns up in that. So he's basically impenetrable now. So Des decides, look, there's only me and him left and Mo.
Yeah.
We need to, this is going one-on-one. So
So he sends Mo.
he sends Mo with the ingredient.
Run away with the cure.
Go and give this to Sam, sort her out. We're going one-on-one. We're having a showdown. And we do get a showdown because it goes on for quite a while. But before that, Mo gets intercepted
He does.
by racist Marcus.
Yeah.
I've written his name down on
Back.
here.
Zombified Marcus.
Yeah. They have a bit of more of a war of words, isn't it? There's not,
It is really.
they're
Yeah.
just kind of dissing each other.
But Mo hulks out.
Yeah, he does. Well, he stabs Marcus with his own keys
Yeah, he
first,
does,
because
yeah.
Marcus drops his keys because it was mentioned earlier, wasn't it, about
Yeah.
stabbing you with a key, and then he does stab him with a key. It's callback. And then Mo hulks out. He rips his own sleeves off his own,
Just his sleeves.
just his sleeves off his jumper, and because a load more zombies come at him, don't they?
Yeah.
And that's the last you see of him for a while. He
Yeah.
kind of-
So you now get this whole quite long fight sequence between
there's a-
Des and
yeah, Des and
Nussbaum.
Nussbaum in his exoskeleton. And Nussbaum's, they're kind of trying to track where Des is because he's hiding from them, isn't he? And he's
Yeah.
occasionally shouting and giving like tips of where he is.
Yeah, that's right.
And they stumble across Marcus's dead body. And because Nussbaum's suit's running out of energy or
Yeah.
power.
Yeah.
And it needs organic material to regenerate itself. Which, again, I'm not sure.
It's convenient.
It's
There's
very
quite a bit of
convenient that there's a
lying
dead
around.
body there. Yeah. And so he rips off the arm of Marcus's arm.
Yeah.
And
Feeds it
feeds it into the back of his suit.
It's like when Doc Brown turns up at the end of Back to the Future and he's putting like the banana peel
Yeah.
into the DeLorean.
It's exactly like that. It looks like a wood chipper, doesn't it? It
Yeah.
kind of puts this arm in and the suit repowers itself. And all the while this is going on, Des is taking out loads and loads more zombies. There's a lot of shooting going on. And then just as this is all kicking off, Sam turns up, doesn't she, with a like grenade launcher or shotgun?
Yeah, so there's a shot. The robot sort of kicks back.
Yeah.
And it's been shot.
Because it's been shot.
And it was Sam who
Turns
was
out it's
doing the
Sam,
shooting.
who's now cured.
Yeah.
Because Mo managed to get back to her and cured her virtually instantly. Because it's only been a few minutes.
And suddenly she's got a grenade launcher.
Yeah.
I think Mo, or does Mo throw it to Des? But there's an old-fashioned Tommy gun.
Yeah. And No, it was Mo, because Des has got 2 lots of C4.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
So he puts the C4 on the door, and they're back in the reception area now.
yeah, so they're running back through the building. Yeah.
Managed to fight themselves up to the reception area. And he plants this C4, and he stands up just as Nussbaum's right next to it and presses the detonators down on both of them.
Correct.
But they don't go off.
No.
Because he's forgotten to put the detonators in the C4.
Yeah, so he's just
Because he's a moron.
pushed the C4 onto the wall, and that's it.
Yeah. So nothing happens. And it's a bit of an anticlimax, because you think, well, that's a shame. But then all the way through, Des has wanted to see a landmine go off.
Yeah.
It's just like his ambition in life. So he's got one left, and he throws it out into the path of Nussbaum.
Yeah. Who can't really see
can't
it.
really see because he can't see below him because he's still wearing this exoskeleton. Yeah. And he stands on it.
Boom.
The whole building explodes.
They've done well to get out.
They're all 3 of them managed to get out. Sam, Mo, and Des. And behind them, I know a landmine is a devastating piece of equipment, but I'm not sure it would have took out that whole office block.
Yeah, but it's set off the C4, which is set off the other landmines.
Maybe, but every floor just explodes all at once.
Considering how well protected it was,
yeah,
when they put the security shield
bit
up,
more artistic license.
You'd think the engineering behind the building would have been a bit better.
So behind them, anyway, the whole building's on fire.
Really bad CGI again.
Yeah,
like proper asylum level CGI.
Yeah, it's not asylum level. I haven't seen an asylum film for ages. And that's kind of the end of the film. Sam and Des have a bit of a kiss.
Yeah, he shows her his video game.
He shows her his video game.
And the police start to turn up.
Yeah.
There's helicopters and everything. That's where most of the budget, that's what I thought. And then, for some reason, Mo's just having a piss in a bush.
Because he said earlier in the film he really needed a piss and he never got a chance to have it.
I missed that bit.
So
I just thought he was randomly having a piss.
No, that was a callback to earlier on.
Okay.
And that's it.
Yeah. They have another kiss and that's it. That's the end
of the film. We're done. We're out of here. What did you think?
It was good. It was fine.
It was brainless fun, wasn't it?
It's not going to... Look, straight away, I want to say, it's not going to threaten anywhere near the top of stuff we've seen, but...
It's nowhere near the bottom either.
Oh my God, I enjoyed watching this after last week.
Good God, yes. See, this podcast is starting to teach me something about myself.
Right.
Because I have this reputation of not liking comedy films.
Yes.
Which I play up to. But most of the comedy films we've watched on this show I've quite enjoyed. So maybe I do like comedy films and I just don't realise it. Because I quite enjoyed this. And it felt like my level of humour. Yeah,
it wasn't particularly clever. It was
it was leave your brain at the door.
But it had some nice
mindless entertainment.
Like I said, it had some nice threads through it.
Yeah.
It stuck. I seem to say this quite a lot. I get a lot more out of a film, or a film has wins a lot more sway with me if it kind of sticks to its own rules.
Yeah.
I don't mind if those rules are completely stupid,
as long
but
as
it sticks to its own world.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And there's nice threads, nice jokes through this. Nothing happens in it that's like, well, where the hell did that come from?
Yeah. There are bits of it that are really funny as well.
Yeah.
It's a lot gorier than I was expecting. There's a lot more blood and guts flying around than I thought there would be.
The bit that surprised me on the negative side of things, it wasn't as polished as I was expecting.
Yeah.
It was, not to say it didn't look like a proper film, because it was, but it was cheaper. With some of the names that are in it and familiar faces, that did surprise me a bit. It wasn't as polished.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, the CGI is really bad.
The CGI is bad. There's not a lot of use of it, but when it is used,
like the makeup, the gore bits, they're not great.
No.
Compared to a lot of stuff you'll see these days. But it's got a fair bit of charm to it. It's
a fun hour and a half of
everyone who's in it plays it. They're having fun.
All of the main guys are really good.
Fun.
Yeah, they are having fun, and they're really good.
They bounce off each other well.
Yeah, good chemistry there.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was fun. I'll give you that. I agree. It was fun.
If you've got an hour and a half, you like this sort of movie. It's a Friday night.
It's a fun,
something easy.
It's a comedy zombie film.
Go for it.
You'll
have a good time.
Enjoy it.
Yeah,
agreed.
Yeah,
cool. Have you got a trivia question?
Yes, but I've put my book down, so
pick it back up.
Whose turn is it?
It's your turn to go first, I think.
Okay, hang on. Bear with. Right, so my trivia question for you. Can you tell me the name of the chemical which Des and Mo had to go and get to use as the antidote to cure Sam?
No. I get a feeling it would begin with a B. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to really bug me. It was bio something. Biorb.
No. It's B5H2. So you were nowhere
I
near.
knew it began with a B. That's annoying. So I've still only got 2 all season.
Yeah, you're on a bit of a drought.
I am, yeah. I think I got the first 2.
Yeah, I think you definitely got 2 out of the first 3, maybe.
Yeah. But now we're in 8 and I've only got 2. But you've only got 1. So do you want to try and pull level?
Yes. Ooh, tension.
So it's referenced a couple of times through this film, but they're also trying to market a different soft drink. And what was the name of that soft drink? Not Zolt. There's another one mentioned a few times.
Orange. Yeah.
Orange is in there.
Soda.
Yeah.
Something. Oh, this is on the tip of my tongue. This is going to be annoying. It's orange soda, and then there's the weapony bit, isn't there?
No clues.
I don't know.
To give up?
I'm really annoyed.
You are going to kick yourself.
It's orange soda death punch.
That's probably a better name. It's not. It's Agent Orange Soda.
Oh, no. No, I wouldn't have got it.
I thought you'd get that one.
I should have done because
it's mentioned quite a few times.
And also, when they're climbing
Yeah, there's a big crate of it.
up the racking to get the
B528 or whatever it was.
256993, they climb up past a couple of boxes
Of Agent Orange Soda.
of Agent Orange Soda.
They do indeed.
God damn it.
Still
I feel
2-1.
like that might have been my best chance for a while.
Yeah, it's been 2-1 for a long time now.
Have half a point.
Yeah? No.
Ah,
Yeah, no.
cruel.
Right, we need to look at the stream table. What are you thinking? Do you want me to run through it?
Yeah, you can do a full run through because we've still not got
Yeah, there's
loads
only
on there
7
yet.
there.
So
So currently at the bottom of the stream is Buster's Malhart from episode 7. I've noticed something in this as well. When
What?
I was looking through the stream table the other day. So episode 7 is currently at number 7 in the stream table, right? Buster's Malhart.
Yeah.
Number 6 is episode 4, The Clapper.
right.
Number 5 is episode 5, Emo the Musical. Number 4 is episode 1, Michael Inside. Number 3 is episode 3, Handsome, a Netflix mystery movie. And number 2 is episode 2, What Keeps You Alive.
Ooh.
And currently number 1 is Hush, which was episode 6. So 4 of them are in the same position in the table as they are the episode number.
What a quirk of fate.
Weird. So, yeah, 7 Buster's Malhart, 6 The Clapper, 5 Emo the Musical, 4 Michael Inside, 3 Handsome, a Netflix mystery movie, 2 What Keeps You Alive, and number 1 is Hush.
Okay.
Where is this going?
You go first because I've gone first the last couple of weeks.
I think this is a better movie than Emo the Musical. And I think this is do I think it's better than Michael Inside?
That's difficult because I don't know how you'd compare them.
No, not me. What
They-
are you?
they are
Are you
utterly-
around the same sort of area?
So my initial thought, I would be open to hear the argument. My initial thought was, which side of Emo the Musical does it go?
Right, okay. It's definitely better than The Clapper.
Definitely.
Definitely. I think it's more fun than Emo the Musical. For me, it's definitely above Emo the Musical.
Yeah, I think that's probably where I had landed.
I'm not sure if it beats Michael Inside as well.
Depends on what day you ask me. And today I'd struggle to put it above Michael Inside.
Okay.
Personally, because that is a gritty, very serious, very downbeat, grey Irish prison drama, and this is a fun,
Quirky zombie
bloody
comedy.
balls to the wall zombie action comedy.
So Michael Inside for you is a better film.
Yes, but I'm never going to watch it again.
But you're never going to watch Office Uprising again.
No, but I'd be more likely to. I'm not going to tell people to go and watch Michael Inside.
So are you saying that it should go above Michael Inside?
No, I don't think I'd put it above Michael Inside.
I don't think I would either. But I think it's definitely better than Emo the Musical.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So we're going there 5th.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Happy with that?
Yeah, I think that's
So,
fair.
There you go. This film, Office Uprising, is currently now 5th in the stream table.
Good.
Check it out on the website, www.bottomofthestream.com. And I think that makes us ready to pick next week's film.
Yeah.
I will open my randomising app.
I like how you rolled your R's there.
I know, I can't usually do that.
I thought it was a stylistic choice.
I attempted it and it succeeded.
Yeah.
But I
Well, you
couldn't
should-
do it. If you'd asked me to do it again, I wouldn't be able to.
You're not going to roll all of your R's.
No.
Oh, shame.
Right, I'm going to press the button. Are you ready?
Go for it.
It's picked a film called Black Water.
Isn't that the SeaWorld documentary?
That's Blackfish.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to know the synopsis?
Yes, please.
It says, a deep cover operative awakens to find himself imprisoned in a CIA black site on a submarine.
Oh.
This film stars
Yep.
Jean-Claude Van Damme
Okay.
and Dolph Lundgren
Amazing. Together at last.
together at last. Do you want to watch the trailer?
I want to watch the film. Yes, the trailer will have to do for now.
My name is Patrick Ferris. I'm a chief officer with SAD. I'd like to start by making you aware that you are an enemy combatant and therefore have not and will not be granted any rights. You know how this works, so I'll keep it simple. I want the location of the drive along with the names of those complicit in your efforts to sell it.
This won't go anywhere. In the old days, it was just red wire, blue wire.
I knew I liked you.
It's been a while since we did a crazy action film.
I love me some Dolph Lundgren.
We lost our previous Dolph Lundgren film.
We did.
It was taken off Netflix.
Very careless.
Don't Kill It. So we can put another one back into this table.
Check out our episode Don't Kill It from season 1.
Definitely check out Don't Kill It. That's a great film. I'm really disappointed that was taken off Netflix. Hopefully it'll come back one day. I really enjoyed that one.
Yep.
So hopefully this one's as good. Or
Fingers
better.
crossed.
It's got Jean-Claude Van Damme in as well. It's probably going to be better. Yeah, so go and check out Blackwater before this time next week.
I'm not sure Jean-Claude Van Damme is a guaranteed mark of quality, to be honest with you.
4 crazy action films, though. This is going to be a crazy action film. We've not had one of them for ages.
No, that'll be good. That'll be good to watch.
I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, so before then, go out and watch Blackwater, and we'll be back next week to talk about it.
Cheers.
Thanks. Bye.